Wait, Arsenal fans, you thought you were going to reach the finals of the Champions League ahead of PSG? Nah, that was never going to happen. That night in Munich for Chelsea fans, that night in Istanbul for Liverpool fans. But what have Arsenal fans got to say? That night in Luton, that night in Luton. Oh, Arsenal started the game beautifully well. Could have taken the lead. Had over 2 to 3 chances in the first 10 minutes alone. Could have taken the lead, but I felt they were unlucky at that point. Unlucky to take the lead. It happens. Unlucky to take the lead. Yo, we're back. Back to back successful hit watch of the Champions League semi-final. Last night we saw Barcelona, a very fraudulent club, get knocked out, and tonight Arsenal, a small tiny club in London, get knocked out. Wait, Arsenal fans, you thought you were going to reach the finals of the Champions League ahead of PSG? Nah, that was never going to happen. But first, I think, banter aside, I need to give kudos to Arsenal with what they played from the group stages, the knockout stages, quarter final, knocking out the almighty Real Madrid, and down to the semi-final. Banter aside, yeah, they really gave their all. They played well. They played. I think a tiny little push would have seen them reach the final. Tiny little push would have seen them reach the final. Now Arteta really will now understand what this Arsenal team is missing. I think they've got a really good team. Let's be honest, they've got a decent team. They've really done well from the group stage and up till now. They've done well, and if only they had that player up front, that player who makes the difference. Even when they're playing an opponent who's way above their class, they need a striker. One of these. Arteta, that's all you need. That's all you need. It's a top 9. A striker. I'm not going to call it. Oh, let me just call it. A top striker like Victor Osimhen. And that's all. That's all you need to reach the final of the UEFA Champions League. But you want to put every day. In the semi-final, the difference was Declan Rice. Let's be honest, difference was Declan Rice. Beautiful free kick. He was the difference. He was the player that made Arsenal reach the semi-final. And in this semi-final, no, Saka is a blessed player. He's special. He's decent. Scored today, but he's not the player like Yamal to take. Even Yamal couldn't take Barcelona to the Champions League final, talk less of Saka. No disrespect, but Saka is a good player. But what Arsenal needs is a top 9, a striker, a goal poacher who's up there wrecking defenses. That's what Arsenal needs. They played well. Banter aside, they played well up to the group stage and up till now. They played really, really well. They looked very decent. But unfortunately, they didn't have what it took to reach the final. Yeah, as a Chelsea fan, I'm happy to see them knocked out. Yeah, we've got lots of clubs who have celebrated the Champions League. We've got Chelsea, United, Liverpool. We've got that Manchester United. We say that night. That night in Munich for Chelsea fans, that night in Istanbul for Liverpool fans. But what have Arsenal fans got to say? That night in Luton, that night in Luton. Oh, wow! What a Champions League hate watch, successful hate watch, and with the Champions League, will say last night against Inter, superb football. Beautiful football from both sides, and the Barca got knocked out. And tonight was also good football. In the first half for PSG should have gone ahead. Yeah, in the first 10 minutes, I felt PSG would put more pressure. The way they started the first leg against Arsenal, I felt that would be the same way they will start against in the second leg. But unfortunately, they started away. Arsenal were on the pedal, and Arsenal started the game beautifully well. Could have taken the lead. Had over 2 to 3 chances in the first 10 minutes alone. Could have taken the lead, but I felt they were unlucky at that point. Unlucky to take the lead. it happens. Unlucky to take the lead, and somehow PSG took their chances, took the lead, made it a 1-0 lead. Vitinha had a chance to make it 2-0. Unfortunately, he missed it. Very poor penalty. Should I think in the stages of if you're playing this stage of the Champions League and you're not leading by a wide margin, there's no point trying to play a stylish penalty. You shoot that ball. If you miss, you miss. That's how you play penalties in the later stages of the Champions League. Unfortunately, he missed, but somehow Hakimi stepped up, scored a beautiful goal, and when Saka pulled one back, it was too late. Too late for Arsenal to fight back into the game. I think even if there's a third leg, I don't think Arsenal would have found a way to get back into the game. PSG were miles ahead. The first leg, the win in the first leg was the difference. In the second leg, yep, if the tie was like a goalless tie, I think Arsenal would have had more vibes and ginger to get something out of this game. But unfortunately, PSG had an advantage coming in with a win from the first leg. And funny, Dembele did start the game. He came on later in the second half. I felt he should have started, but still, tactics works. Bakola started. I felt he was sluggish, but I prefer seeing Bakola in the latter stages coming from the bench. I prefer seeing him from the bench. But all things went well. PSG got the well-deserved win through to the Champions League final, and it has set an Inter PSG final. I don't know what to expect from this final. It's going to be a crazy one. Any team can take the win and take the Champions League trophy. Inter has been decent, very decent. Knocked out Barcelona. PSG, very decent. Knocked out Arsenal. Arsenal, very good side nonetheless. Away from the banter, very decent side. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section. How are you feeling from the results from the second semi-final? Arsenal getting knocked out? As a Chelsea fan, I'm happy to see Arsenal get knocked out of the Champions League. Yep, I'm happy. This aside nonetheless, but I'm happy to see them get knocked out. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope us reach 20,000 subscribers. So guys, see you in the next one. Back to back hit watch successful. Bye.